Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel, Crafty Concepts with Erin. I have another double page layout for you today. This time we're playing with the Cake Day paper pack from Close to My Heart. You can see this definitely has kind of a birthday theme going on. Super just bright, happy, fun colors. I'm going to show you the paper pack. They are double-sided, so I already have them flipped over. This one reminds me of like birthday sprinkle confetti. It's just like the little colorful sprinkles you get on the top of fun cupcakes. And then there is the zip strip on the top of the paper, which is the branding strip. It tells you the featured colors in the paper pack, which make it very convenient when you're pulling coordinating cardstock or your ink colors. And then you could even get a coordinating cardstock pack to go along with this if you don't have a big stash of cardstock. So super fun. The other side is this wild berry color with the presents on there. And then we have a happy birthday page, and I love this just kind of jumbled letter look. I think that's really fun. The other side, we have birthday icons, cupcakes, banners, balloons, just all sorts of things that you would associate with a birthday. And then we have this green and white kind of grid paper. And then this is lemonade stripe, kind of a tone on tone. And what's fun about this paper pack is you can play up the pinks or you can kind of tone them down. I have boys, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with using pink for boys, but it does not suit my boys. So I am scrapbooking my niece today. Let me grab the photos. I have quite a few photos, and these were taken a while ago, and it's my niece and my boys when they were just so little, and her cake is like pink and has sprinkles on it, and it's like made for this paper pack. So lots and lots of photos, so definitely a double page was necessary. So let me clean these up. Oh, but first let me show you. I also have, almost forgot, the coordinating sticker sheet. That's like my favorite part. So we can, different title options, hip hip hooray, party, and you could say like let's party, yippee, surprise party, lots of different candles and cakes, ice cream, border stickers, and then word stickers that just help. Word stickers are awesome because they help create the tone and the scene kind of without that having to be in your journaling. So those are fun. I'm a big fan of word stickers. And then I also have the picture my life cards, and I'll show you these really quick. Not all of them are shown in the catalog. So if you're not familiar with these are 4x6 and 3x4, and they are orientated both horizontally and vertically, and slightly different color on either side. So that's always fun. So I'll show you these really quick. This one's super cute. B-Day ingredients, and then it says I'm turning, and you could fill in the blank, years old, guest at my party, favorite food, favorite book, favorite TV show, highlight from, and plans for next year. I thought that was fun. I really like this card. Birthday wishes, and many, many more cute little cakes. You could fussy cut those out. We do have a lot of cakes on the sticker sheet, but even more embellishments. There they are in different colors. A large piece of delicious yellow cake, probably vanilla, with buttercream frosting. Hopefully it's gluten-free so I can eat it. Just kidding. I've been gluten-free for a long time, way before it was cool. Celebrate. A little party never hurt nobody. That's fun. Just some candles, little speckles, and then more cakes. And then we have the 3x4, happy birthday. That'd be cute to fussy cut that circle out and tuck it in like a tab. We have birthday highlights and that you can write on the little balloons. Cupcakes, the best kind of cake is more. Birthday memories, another little, you could cut that off and have it kind of poking out above the photo. Some more sprinkles that kind of go with the paper pack here. Some plaids, different patterns. I'm so happy you were born. I mentioned this in my catalog walkthrough because I have a sister-in-law that says this to me just about every year on my birthday. So I thought that was kind of funny. I like that. I've even picked it up and say it to others on their birthday now. Little banners, happy birthday. And then there's a little journaling card. It says, congrats, you're still alive. Kind of funny. And then I lost count. So lots of fun stuff included in this paper pack. So let me clear this up and we'll get started. So since we have a double page layout, I'm bringing in 2 of my VersaMats. I've already applied a removable glue dot in the upper and lower corner so that my paper will stay in place, and then it helps me get everything lined up. So I'm starting with a sheet of White Daisy cardstock for my background because this is a very vivid paper pack and there are some busier pattern papers, so having some white space will help it prevent the layout from becoming too busy. I've got 6 photos. I've printed these to 4.5 by 3 1/4, and there's 4 of those. And then these I've printed to just about 3 3/4, and that's including the white margin by 5. I print my photos at home so I can print in odd sizes. I use the Epson PictureMate 400 and I absolutely love it. So I was kind of thinking of having these 2 over here because it's my niece's birthday, so those are like the most important photos, and then these are supporting photos to telling the story. So I was thinking about doing these in a grid. I didn't make them small enough to do a row, so let's keep them in a grid. And then these 2 both they're similar, so I want those opposite of each other, so it's just a better balance. So for now we're going to put those there, and I might create kind of a linear layout. We'll see. I could do this too. Lots of options. Let's bring in the paper and start playing. I was looking at the catalog for inspiration and then came across the layout from the digital Cake Day collection, and I really like it. I think it's fun, so I'm using that for my inspiration piece. I went ahead and cut this Happy Birthday to You title and backed that with different pattern papers from the Cake Day collection, and then also the current Mix-In collection. That's that lagoon color with the white polka dots. This is the Wild Berry with the presents. I've cut that down to 5 inches by 12, and that title isn't standing out very well, so I decided to bring in some Glacier. I'm showing you that I am using the lighter side, and I've cut this down so what is showing is 6.5 by 11. That way we have a 1/2 inch margin around the top, left, and bottom sides. And doesn't that make that title pop so much more? I really think that made a big impact. I'm going to mirror that on the opposite side, and then I'll go ahead and bring in these 4 photos here. Those are definitely getting lost on the background. I'm going to bring in a piece of White Daisy cardstock and mat those so they pop just a little bit more. Just like so. Perfect. And then I brought in the yellow in my title, so I definitely want to introduce that color to the opposite side. So I'm just kind of experimenting. This is a very bright paper and a little bit of it goes a long way. So I decided just to cut a strip for the bottom here, and that's just going to draw your eye over and add that yellow color. Since my photos aren't matted, I'm just going to go around the edge really quick with some black ink. I'll do one and then the rest off camera. And it just gives it that little bit of shadowing and, acts as a very thin photo mat. I've grabbed this sticker off the coordinating sticker sheet, and I'm going to use this to kind of cover the transition between the 2 pieces here. We'll trim off the edge there. And then I know I want to use this cake from the sticker sheet. I did remove the adhesive so I can move that around and pop it up if I want to. There's also these fun little presents, but this yellow one isn't standing out against that yellow background. So I'm thinking maybe this green, but I don't have green anywhere else on the layout, so that's not going to work. Then I spotted this little scrap on the side of my desk here, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be perfect. So I'm just going to grab my journaling pen and draw some lines, basically copying the little yellow present that I was looking at. There's basically no way to mess this up, I don't think. And then a couple little squiggles for a bow, and then I'm going to finish off the edge with the black ink and then kind of tilt this on its side there. That is perfect. I like the color that it brings in with the pattern paper, and it stands out against that background. So before I adhere all those down, I am going to take my journaling pen and just draw a very, casual line around the edge of the Glacier cardstock, and that's really going to help finish that off. And it doesn't need to be perfectly straight. You'll notice that I'm drawing on the longer sections, I'm pulling my arm towards me, and that gives me a lot more control. So just turn your project. Having it on the VersaMat makes it really easy to move the layout around. And then again, just pulling it towards me. You don't want to move your hand, you drag your arm. I think you can see in the video that that simple little doodle line makes a pretty big difference. So we'll go ahead and bring our little embellishments back in here and make our little cluster down in the corner. This is a little circular sticker. It says fun, and I thought that would be cute to pop in. And then these say party girl. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to incorporate those. So for now, I'm just going to adhere these down, and I'm going to use my little 3D foam dots to pop some of these up and just create those different levels of dimension. If you guys aren't using foam tape, you're missing out. I absolutely love this simple little technique. It makes such a big impact. And, I don't think it makes too much bulk in the albums. I don't experience a problem with that. So highly recommend it. But we also have these little acrylic pieces. And speaking of bulk, these are thin acrylic pieces. So I know some of them out there are super thick, and you're not going to have that issue with these. And then I have wild berry flowers with glue dots. They're adhesive flowers. If you look in the core catalog towards the back, you can see all these fun little embellishments. They're acrylic pieces, enamel dots. The wild berry is the color of the year, so they have all the different fun accessories in that color. But that's where I found these. Then we also have wild berry sequins. I think I'm going to pull in a few of those. But I love these acrylic hearts. They come in black, white, or wood. And if you have the white, you can actually color them to coordinate with your layout. So, that's always a good place to start, is with the white, because you can adjust, adapt them to fit your needs by coloring them with different like liquid pearls or different things like that. The flowers, there's two different sizes. There's a large and a small. So I'm going to scatter some of those about the different areas. We'll put some down here overlapping the O, and I think that looks good. In the catalog, they had the enamel dots on the cake on one of their examples. So I'm grabbing my little pickup tool. This thing is awesome. Super perfect for picking up these small embellishments. It's a wax pencil, so you can sharpen it as it loses its stickiness. But you can see how easy it is to pick these up individually. I feel like oftentimes these tiny little details are really what pull a layout together and give it that extra kind of wow factor. And it's so simple to do, but it's just kind of this little, nugget for your eye to find and take in all the details. This is one of the 3x4 pocket cards. I'm fussy cutting around this little banner, and I'm purposely leaving a little margin of yellow because I like to have things in groups of 3. So this is going to give me just one more spot of yellow on my layout. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little something, something. This is that mix-in paper pack that I introduced into the title, and I wanted to have that somewhere on the right-hand side. So I just punched a circle and backed the word fun, and I think that'll do the trick. My journaling was printed out on white daisy cardstock, and I just do that on my computer. I double space my lines, and then it makes it perfect for cutting out my little strips. If you like your strips thicker, you can do a double space, so it's just your personal preference. This picture is of my niece's 9th birthday, and the kids were having so much fun with this cake. They were so excited, and we were making them be patient before they could eat it. And you could just see they're like lined up at the table. And, after she blew out the candles, they all got their cake and then put whipped cream on their faces and on their noses and thought it was just a really good time. So it was a fun memory. These little swirls are also from that digital collection, and they're meant to kind of hang down. And I do like it, but I'm not sure if it's making the layout a little bit too busy. So I decided to turn it into a balloon. I grabbed one of the balloons off the coordinating sticker sheet and repurposed that little string. I grabbed my Glacier ink and my craft blending brush here. I'm super thankful that I did not glue the title down with liquid glue. I just used tape runner, because that means I can lift it up and add the ink underneath. I just wanted to create a few little soft halo, kind of areas of color around the title, just for some added interest. We had a lot of, empty space, and it was fine. I think it looked okay, but I really like the way this ink kind of added to the title. I thought about black splatters too, but I thought maybe I'll stop while I'm ahead. But I love the way that embellishment cluster turned out. I think it's so cute with the sequins and the little acrylic hearts and the little balloon on the side kind of framing in the corner of those photos. If you were inspired by today's layout and found it helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and that lets YouTube know you are appreciating the content. Here's a few more videos I think you might enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.